Hi, and welcome to the Country Club Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Cole.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Jake.
This week we have a much more chilled podcast. We're just going to have a discussion on are we tired of Battle Royale games, with many new ones coming out in the woodwork, and maybe some twists and turns are on the way. So without further ado, let's hop into this podcast. So I have a very strong opinion about Battle Royale. I don't like it very much anymore. I like when I win. I do not like it any time else.
As anyone else would.
Well,
Everyone loves to win.
Especially Warzone.
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Warzone.
I don't know what it is about Warzone. When you win Warzone, it's such a different feeling than when you win in like PUBG or Fortnite.
I think it's the
I
same
never
thing.
won in Fortnite, but
I think it's the same thing, but
Trash.
my
can.
big problem, Warzone's the best of the Battle Royale that I've played.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Out of the like big three, there's Warzone, PUBG, and a heaping pile of garbage. I'm not gonna.
Is that meant to be
You know what
Fortnite?
game
Is that meant to be
Yeah,
Fortnite?
you know what game I'm talking about. But
I think
So
you
many
just hate
spin-
Fortnite,
so many
Andrew,
di-
because you didn't win.
Yeah, he didn't get a win, so he's
I only
angry.
played like 12 games in total. Never played with any of my friends.
I think I played
'cause
with
no
you
one
one
else-
time.
I think maybe once. But I've seen so many like different spin-off battle royales. Apex Legends was really big for a short time. I'm sure it's decent size still.
Pretty big now.
But it's not. It's I don't
It's
know.
like
I wouldn't
meat.
consider
on
it
Apex.
huge.
No, on Apex, it peaked really high in the beginning. Then it kind of went down because they didn't do anything. They just kind of kept it the base game, and then they started adding to it again, and it kind of picked back up again
Yeah.
as Fortnite started going downhill.
It's not gonna get as big as Warzone is now, though.
No,
Warzone's
no.
taking the
No,
crown.
Warzone's taking it, and Apex
Well,
is just kind of like hovering now.
I
They're just kind
still
of at a
think-
steady pace of the
I
same
still
players.
think Fortnite is top, personally, because, like, they're so big.
Popularity.
Popularity-wise, yes.
Well, and, like, quality-wise, I would say Warzone's the best. And I don't
Yeah.
like it very much, but I'd rather play Warzone than play Fortnite.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Warzone being so good has to do something with Modern Warfare being probably one of the best COD games to come out in the last several years. I mean, you had some decent ones with Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was all right, but World War 2 was okay. But something about
game
Modern
fucking
Warfare,
sucked.
it's just
Little World
Modern
War II is
Warfare
not
just
great.
feels good when you
I
play
liked
it.
World War
it-
II.
it-
I liked it.
it's all right.
World War,
that.
I got it in a humble bundle, monthly, and I
Yeah.
wanted to play. I think there's a zombies mode in it, right, or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes,
or
there is a zombie.
there's
mode.
zombies.
I wanted to play multiplayer or something, and I couldn't get it to work on my laptop, like, ever.
Oh.
Like, I tried so fucking hard, and it never worked. So, fuck you,
Yeah.
Activision. and
I
World
played it
War
on
II.
Xbox. Not actually pretty. I enjoyed it on
Same.
Xbox.
It was
I
alright
had
on
a few
Xbox.
friends. I had like 3 other friends who I'd play it with all the time, and we would just grind it out, and it was a good time. It was kind of boring to play alone unless you were really sweaty, but
Yeah.
it was really fun to play with friends because you could do stupid shit and just kind of
I
mess
think
around.
Cole, didn't you and I play like you, me, and Tommy? I think occasionally would
What?
play it.
Advanced Warfare.
World War
What-
II.
Oh, World War II. No, I never had it.
Yeah,
I played.
Okay,
We played
so
a lot
I
of
put- I put-
Advanced
I-
Warfare, though. I remember that.
we play a lot of that. I remember us playing a lot of that. Purely, I only remember playing zombies a lot.
Yeah, we did.
I
play
mean, I
zombies
also
a lot.
remember playing Modern War multiplayer a lot, but
We
I
just
I
played
just
Call of
don't
Duty a
remember
lot in
having-
general.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. That was just middle school. It was either Minecraft or Call of Duty. And
Yeah.
you know what?
True.
Several years later,
Pretty much
still the
changing.
same.
Kinda the same, yeah.
Hasn't changed.
Nope.
Hasn't changed. Another update comes out. We're playing Minecraft 24/7. New update comes out for Modern Warfare. We're playing that 24/7. It's
and-
the cycle continues.
Whoever
Well,
comes out with the
Modern-
update first gets played.
Modern
True.
Warfare.
Pretty much.
I know we talk about COD so much on this fucking podcast.
But that's because
But
COD
it's
right
just
now
relevant.
is
It's our
really,
life
it's
right
really
now.
happening right now.
Well,
it's,
we
it's a
literally
big thing
play
right
it.
now.
Okay, for people that don't know us and that are listening, we play every night. Like it's like
Pretty much.
9
Most
o'clock
nights.
hits. It's time for the boys.
It's the
I don't know
9
what
to
it
3.
is.
9 to 3.
9 to 3,
Yeah.
exactly. That is
Occasion-
a
'cause-
accurate representation.
Oh hell
It
no!
is
I gotta
time.
wake
Everyone
up
does a
at
good
3.
job. Everyone does
Yeah,
a
you're
good job
waking
of
up when we're
waiting
going
until
to bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone does a pretty good job of waiting till like when everyone is done with dinner or off work. Because
Really
me
is.
and
Really,
Grant
literally.
and Ransom,
Literally.
we all work at the same grocery store, and well, they get out later than I usually do. But 9 o'clock is like hard stop. I always get out at that time if I'm working. I come home around 9:30, 9:45.
Filling up.
Yeah,
when the
that's
Discord
when
starts
everyone
filling up.
joins the Discord. It's I don't know what it is. It's some of the most scuffed stuff. It's sometimes the most chill stuff because
Well,
we're jamming
also,
and playing COD, or we're just sitting there bullshitting.
I want to say, leaning back to our actual topic, but we don't play Warzone that much.
We do
I
occasionally.
want to clarify that we are multiplayer focused. I would
Well,
say.
I've been
I-
playing
other than
duos.
I would
Cole plays
agree
a
with
lot of
that.
Warzone.
Cole plays a lot of Warzone. I feel like more often than not, we do play a little bit of Warzone, but it's because we have so many people. We play
Or it's
we have the perfect amount to fill a multiplayer like team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also
where it makes
Warzone.
it hard to just want to run Warzone.
I can't. Warzone is like. Remember when we used to play Overwatch? Or, well, Jake wouldn't know because he's new and whatever. But fuck him. But we used to play.
That's just something in the swear jar.
Oh,
oh,
fuck!
shit.
I forgot about that. I've done
Swear
like
jar.
thousands
That's another
of them.
one.
I played it myself because
But in Overwatch, the old Overwatch days, we would used to play comp, and it would like burn us
Oh,
out
man.
like so hard.
It was the most toxic thing.
Not even that
We
it
were-
was toxic.
It wasn't even
just
toxic.
that we
yeah.
had to play and like try. Like when we
were
play
trying
multiplayer,
so hard.
I don't try. Like it's like I'm playing
Yeah.
the game, but I'm
just
not
play it.
sweating.
it's because
And-
we're all
and-
having fun in the comms. We're all making fun of
But
each
we're-
other. It's
yeah,
like hey, you
and we
got
all have
knifed.
yeah,
fuck.
we all have like
It's like we're
goals
just
that
making
we
fun
want
of
to
each other.
achieve.
If you're
We're
on
trying
the
to go
bottom of the
this gun, we're trying
leaderboard,
to
you
plat.
have to shit talk.
Yes.
That's
For all
the
of you
rule.
listeners, for all of you, if you play in a COD lobby and you're bottom of the team, you better be shit talking the other team, win or loss. That is your job.
No matter what. If you're second to last, you can't
Nope, you
talk
don't-
shit.
You can't open
You're
your
quiet.
mouth.
You can't talk shit.
You
can't
have to
open
stay
your mouth
quiet.
if you're not bottom
Guy.
of the team. Only bottom of the team can talk shit. Win or lose, only the bottom member
You
of
can
the
only
team.
talk shit if you go
'Cause-
negative. Pretty
And
much.
if you are the shit talker, you better be a damn good shit talker.
You better talk some good shit. And ever since me and Christian got our soundboards where we just have stupid meme sound effects, is it okay if I play the bro one? I have it. Is it okay? For an
Cole,
example.
this is a you thing. This is a you. I'm
Sure,
not.
go
I'm not
for
making
it.
the
not
call.
that loud.
It's not.
It's not that loud.
It's
So we
audio
do stuff-
listener friendly. So
Yeah,
go for
It's
it.
not,
I guess
oh,
that
you're
does
saying
make
something
sense.
bad.
So
you're
you
not
get
saying
the
something
so
bad. It's-
winner
bruh.
win or lose, you would get someone talking shit to you, and you would always just me or Christian would pop in and reply with something like, and then it
I barely heard
quietly.
it.
Yeah,
it's
it was
quiet.
very
but,
it's
like,
quiet.
Just
It's
quietly in the
quiet.
background, you just hear,
It-
bruh.
Yeah, I have other ones. You know,
Yeah.
the typical like, "What are you doing, step bro?" to throw someone off, or I got the doot sound. I have what else do I have?
Do you have the
You got a bunch of other
Roblox
sound
that-
effects.
I have
You
other
should have a
sound
bunch of
effects.
sound effects. But
Christian has a
quickly-
better soundboard than I do. So
But just to go back on topic a little bit to battle royales because that's what we're trying to talk
The
about.
most untopic,
No, but okay, here.
unfocused
I'm-
podcast in the fucking internet.
But we're good at talking to people, and we talk about
Yeah,
what
we-
we show what they want to actually
It's
hear.
always-
If we
it's
sat here and
always
just talked about
happened.
Warzone and all of that, that's not a fun podcast. You
No,
gotta be
I
yourself.
agree. I agree. I just think it's like the first like 2 minutes is always focused, and then it's
Oh, yeah.
just like
It just goes
it's
off
just
the
like-
rails.
it just
It's
dis-
a
it
segment.
just dissolves.
Okay,
Eh,
but going
as long as we
back
don't
to
do ASMR, I'm fine.
move the mic in
Don't-
close.
don't.
No, I won't.
The
No,
when you said that, the temptation was strong.
Yeah, no. But
Well, okay, continue,
Going back,
Jake,
going back
sorry.
to it all. I feel like Warzone as a whole is always. I feel like anything made by Activision with the name Call of Duty in it or something Call of Duty related is always going to be like up there, like a top charting thing because of the name and the reputation that they've built.
Yeah.
But what I do, and
I
like
agree
one thing
with
that's
that.
hard, I feel like when it comes to battle royales in general, is that they come out with a bunch of new ones. Like right now is a very battle royale heavy like time when
like a second wave.
like-
of it,
exactly
really.
like you have
Yeah.
what you have PUBG,
It kinda
Fortnite,
died
Apex,
out.
Valorant, Warzone,
There's
and there's so
way-
many more to keep going.
Way
It
too
kinda
many.
died out.
Battle Royale.
Is Valorant not a battle royale?
No.
No, it's not really. No, it's not. But
It's
and
as Randy would say,
yeah,
it's
go.
like League of Legends and Overwatch put together.
yeah, okay, but
We
still, you
should-
have all these new
No, it's
games,
like
and I feel like
Counter-Strike.
I feel like
And
the thing that makes
Counter-Strike.
like the reason I feel like Fortnite was so big for so long was because it added something that no other battle royale had, which was building. It made it more of like
I think it was that it was free at the time.
okay at the
because
time.
it was
yes.
free.
They
But I
also
feel
did
like it
change
held-
the game
I
with
feel like it-
building.
I feel like it held traction though because it had something different.
Yeah.
guess.
If I was playing
I-
Fortnite, I
if you-
wouldn't
Like,
want
do
to
you
just
guys
run around the
remember
map.
what Fortnite was supposed to be?
Yeah, it
Do
was
you guys
the
the
Save
remember
the
what
World?
Fortnite?
yeah.
Save the world,
Yeah,
like
the Save the World.
basically like Plant versus Zombies type shit.
The zombies,
like,
the
that was
zombie
cool.
apocalypse kind of. It was neat, but no one cared about it. And then they introduced Battle Royale, and then Battle
Exactly.
Royale becomes so
up.
huge because you got because didn't PUBG come before Battle before?
Yeah.
I think
I think
so.
it was I think it was PUBG,
It wasn't
then
long
Fortnite.
before they were still before.
Fortnite blew up
No,
bigger than
no,
PUBG.
no.
There was
It was-
that
it was-
competition for a while.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but it was
You're alright.
H1Z1, and then there was a battle royale
Yeah.
mod for Arma that was player unknowns.
There
and
was
then
the
PUBG alone came out, and then
there was
Fortnite.
there was the one game on Steam. I forgot what it was called. But it
Oh,
was
the culling, the first
yeah.
culling, yeah.
I think
That
that was
I
the
remember
first
that
one.
game too. I saw some.
That was
gameplay.
the Hunger Game. That was just the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
That
Well,
game
and
was
then-
like
we're
Minecraft-
missing the OG Minecraft Hunger Games. That was OG Battle Royale. I don't care
Really?
who you are.
When you think
I
about
think
it,
so.
It was.
Think about it. Yeah,
And
it
was the
was
same
like
appeal.
OG.
It
was-
has
it
the
was-
same
it-
appeal.
you ran around
And
the
when it
map
first
and
came
looted,
out-
and then
You
would
looted,
kill
and
you
when it-
people.
killed. You looted, you killed, you won if
And
you
when
were
it-
last.
Funny enough, it didn't it first come out when like the Hunger Game movies and books were like super popular
Well, it
with
was-
kids
it
our
was-
age at that time.
It was like because of the Hunger
So,
Games. It was because
they
of all the
got a
movies and
lot.
stuff. Yeah, it was because of all
Yeah.
the movies and stuff that like people went into Minecraft to make their own maps, and then servers and stuff became like into that, and then that's kind of where it all jumped to in
It
Minecraft.
started-
Yeah.
It was Minecraft, and then H1Z1, and then PlayerUnknown's Arma mod, and then of
Also-
course PUBG, and then Fortnite, and then Apex. I
But-
I
and-
like how
and so
worried
on.
Fortnite players got about
So,
Apex.
I want to. No, and well, I don't know. For me, Battle Royale is appealing because of the hunt, if that makes sense. And I've said this since the PUBG. When you see someone and you're like, I'm gonna go kill that piece of shit. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, he
Uh-oh.
lagging out.
Uh-oh.
I'm
This
gonna
is a
shut my.
problem.
When you're the one being
Hey,
hunted.
Will, you're cutting
You're
out pretty
lagging.
hard. You're lagging out pretty hard.
You're cutting out really bad.
I don't know if he can hear us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's going on his
I'm
whole
gonna-
spiel.
I just lagged out.
Will? Yeah,
Yeah,
you like pretty
okay.
hard.
I
So,
was just
yeah,
talking, and then I realized I lagged out.
It's all right.
You're good. You're good now. Go again.
Okay.
Say it again. Say it
Yeah. So, the hunt, right?
Yeah.
My biggest thing with Warzone and Battle Royale, and the same thing happened with PUBG. Warzone's better because I have chances, but when I die, I don't just like sitting there and watching my teammate play the game. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. And even if I died and like the Warzone's better because you can be bought back and the gulag, but I hate when I'm dead and I'm just sitting there waiting.
again.
It's
Yeah.
like,
I do.
bro,
Yeah.
Bro,
I do think the, I
that
do
was
think
like
the
a
whole
fucking
That's why
game.
Apex
At
was
least-
so popular.
At least they give
Well,
you a
in the
chance to
originally,
keep
yeah.
getting bought back into
Exactly.
the game.
I feel like
Well, how many
the
times can you be
buyback
bought back?
features-
as many
in
as you
Warzone?
die.
As
Yeah,
many
as
as you
many times
can.
as you
Wait,
can.
really?
Many.
Yeah.
Warzone, you can look.
I think
It's
so.
just because you're not dying as often as to make it like And then you don't
Okay.
obviously have the money the whole time to be able to be bought back like 8 different times, but you could be bought back 8 times if someone had the
Yeah.
money for it.
That's another thing why I think that's why I think Warzone has been so popular with the whole Gulag
Yeah,
implementation
it gives
and
you
Like,
more of a
Gulag's
chance.
awesome.
Apex
Gulag
had the
fun.
whole Apex had the whole thing where you could buy or not buy them back, but if you make it to the certain spot,
grab their
get your
tag.
teammate back.
Yeah.
If
And
you
then
have their
Fortnite
tag, you
did
can
that
bring them
too.
back.
Fortnite really like
And then
I feel like
Fortnite
that was
played off
something-
of that and then
Mm.
added that to their game.
I feel like
But the way Warzone did it, where the player who died can get
Yeah.
back into the fight on their
Well-
own will and their
Mhm.
own skill versus having to rely on a teammate to buy them.
Mhm.
If they lose the Gulag, of course, a teammate will have to come and buy them.
Yeah.
But the Gulag implementation is so nice to have. Because if you die and the Gulag hasn't closed yet, you're like, okay, cool, I have the Gulag, I have a chance to get back in and respawn and get my shit back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It also
And help
is
win.
it also is a thing where, like, I feel like, at least me, I will play riskier when I have the Gulag. Like, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
lose the Gulag like a
100%.
motherfucker. And I think that
I
helps the
agree.
flow of gameplay. But,
It helps speed things up.
Well, not really. It helps
I-
actually make the game last longer by giving you an extra life. But
PUBG felt so slow.
well, PUBG...
Wouldn't you, if
PUBG
you didn't
if you
didn't land in a hot drop,
PUBG was slow because it's based off Arma, which is a military simulator that is extremely slow. So, like, just the gameplay and how things function is just slow. It isn't like a speedy, quick. You're putting COD against basically Arma.
you're
So,
putting
like,
a game
yeah.
that is literally meant to be sprinting at people into a game that is
Yep.
like take your time,
True.
gather, and then go.
Walking,
And like having a
like-
battle, like
and-
have an
and-
attack strategy and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's a game
I think
based
that
on
was-
gun
that was
skill
because-
versus
also-
a game based on strategy. Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I
Kind
would
of
not
try-
say PUBG is strategy. PUBG is
No.
shoot,
Well-
get the car and shoot him in the head.
Exactly, but like there's a little bit more that goes into a strategy idea in PUBG. I feel like than
I
there is
agree.
in COD.
Positioning is way more important in COD.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
Positioning is
Also,
super important. in PUBG.
Also, well, PUBG, the time to kill is way lower. I would honestly, if PUBG wasn't like 30 gigs, I would like to go back and just play a game.
I mean, Warzone is like
pro-
80, so
I think,
well-
and people had the reason why
There's
PUBG didn't last as long as it didn't last as long as like Fortnite is because sure people would have fun playing the game, like, oh, funny glitch happens, haha, my car goes flying across the map, but the problem is they didn't fix it. Like, that can still happen in the game. It still happens, and it takes you out of the whole battle royale mentality that I could get out of the game purely for just moving around. I could be driving and hit a little bump in my car, fucking glitches out, and I explode, and I'm out. But that
it's kind of like driving
and
past a
then-
Rocket Man in Warzone.
yeah.
True.
At Lucas. Lucas is the
Those-
Rocket Man.
Those little shits standing right in a bush on the road waiting for a car to
Literally.
drive by.
Literally.
Oh my
Or the
god.
Pretty
kids-
sure Lucas and Christian did that.
Or the
They
kids with
both did
C4.
that.
No, it's Lucas. Lucas uses teammates as, just ammo and just places to hold ammo. He's like, I'm gonna drop this ammo box. You take,
Yeah,
like,
you pick up
the
my rocket launcher. You
use
hold
it,
rockets.
put it down,
So
and
we're all
someone else
fully
picks it up.
stacked with
So
6
hold my
rockets. So
So
he's
you
got.
just feed me rockets.
Dude,
Kills with it, though.
here's the thing though. That is strategy, and if it works,
It does work.
fucking
It does work.
It does work.
Because I
That's
played a
insane.
game with him.
That is
and
insane.
one game he played, he took down 2 helicopters and a car, I think. Like, he shot a car, blew it up, killed, like, one of the guys in the squad.
I was playing
And
duos
then-
with him earlier, and I was holding
Oh my
rockets,
gosh.
and he like team wiped two duo squads, and and
Oh my
then
gosh.
and then he was out of rockets, so then I dropped him the 6 that I had from a munitions box, and then he just kept going with it.
No, I remember one time I was playing quads with him, and he has a rocket launcher, of course, and we haven't fed him rockets yet. But there was a helicopter going by, flying right over us. Mind you, they were ignoring us. But Lucas shoots the rocket at him, and the guys noticed. 2 of them jump out in time, but the other 2 didn't. So he killed those, and then the 4 of us wiped those dudes and squad wiped them. We could have avoided the whole confrontation in oh no.
Wait, what? What? You're good.
Oh,
You're good.
sorry, I lagged. I lagged a little
You're
bit. But we could have avoided that whole confrontation in general and just looted the town we are in and kept going like nothing were to happen because they were flying past us.
Yeah, they were
But
ignoring you.
Lucas is just like, haha, funny rocket launcher.
Well, I had this one play yesterday, I think it was. I was flying around in a helicopter, and they downed Lucas out of the helicopter. So I was like, oh, well, I don't know what to do because I landed on the helicopter, and all I have is a pistol. So I backed up the helicopter, and then I got some momentum, and I jumped out and just blew it up on him. I used it
Did it
as a
work?
giant. Yeah, it worked. I got the clip. I'll show
Oh
it
my
to you
gosh.
after this. It's great.
That stuff is awesome, and that's the appeal of Battle Royale. But I just don't like it. That's my point.
That's fair. It's honestly, I used to hate battle royale games just because I'm not a sweaty player in that type of sense. I'm like, I like a multiplayer game where I can die and go, and I like to be the asshole who's like, you're the only person I'm gonna kill this whole game.
Yep.
And I like giving myself that target of every time I kill you, I get a good smile. Because you did something. Because
That's how I am whenever
in
someone
multiplayer on
camps.
COD on what is that map? Shoot House.
Shoot House?
When there's the walls and you're sniping. If I get sniped by a sniper and I have like an AR, I'm going to peek you until I kill you. Do I die a bunch of times? Most likely because you're already holding that, but I'm gonna peek you.
You're gonna kill him.
I refuse to not peek it until I kill that person from the other side to make them feel like an idiot.
It's funny, just like when
Very
you're on like a
much the
kill
same
streak
way.
of the same person, you just have to target them the entire
Exactly.
game.
Exactly.
And then
It's
they
like,
get so
I know
angry.
It's all straight at them.
Yeah.
You remember what like operator they're running, and you're like, "That's the easiest kill of my life." You're with another guy, I'll kill him first because I know you're not gonna kill me.
Okay,
Yeah.
am I the only one that has a problem? Because so I've put like almost 3 days into COD at this point, right?
Okay.
Thank you, quarantine, and I'm at a point where I can't. If I'm flashed, I can't tell who's the enemy and who's not. Like yesterday, I was
I just
playing
shoot.
a
Oh
game.
no, I
You just
don't
shoot.
know.
You just start
I
open fire.
I just hold left click.
I never remember if I'm on like Coalition or like Allegiant or whatever the other one is. I don't ever remember. I'm just
Yeah.
like see body shoots body like that. I don't know.
That's what I
Well,
do.
yesterday-
Until you can hear the hit like hitting them, and then you know it's
like,
an
once
enemy.
I know it, yeah. I get
Yesterday I was playing with the boys, and I was playing on shipment, and Andrew was crouching in a corner, and I got flashed, and I lit
You
him
did it so
up.
many times.
I did it twice, and I was like, because you were right next to me every time I get flashed, so I'm just like murder, and then I get confused why they're not dying, because I put
So you
10
waste a whole mag of
and
ammo.
four
For
rounds.
context's sake, the guy who was shooting at us was right in front of me. Like
Well,
I
no.
could see him.
Well, okay.
What?
In my defense, I was running this way, and you were like pointing this way, so I didn't see the guy. Because I'm flashed, I turn, see you, and immediately just go murder.
Just waste all his ammo on Andrew.
Both die.
Gets flashed another time, keeps shooting Andrew.
See, that's the moment, Will. Will, that's the moment when in his head he's like, okay, see that guy, I'm killing him because he has no idea who the enemy is.
I don't know what's up recently, but every time I play on shipment, I go like mega hard sweaty mode. Not sweaty mode, but I get like ungodly amount of kills with just playing normally. And
It is shipment when everyone's in your face.
Yeah,
That's
it's you
fair,
spawn
but,
in
like,
and someone's right
It
in
is
front
a-
of you.
It is a 1x1 foot box of like 10 people.
Yeah.
I the last like 2 days, I have got like some of my highest kill counts on that shitty map.
That doesn't count.
And
I
it-
love that map.
I like it
love it.
too, but
That map.
it makes me so mad, especially when you're like, because sometimes in COD you have to like camp out a corner and
Little
like
bit.
wait for a guy to come out, and I'll be doing that, and then a motherfucker will spawn right behind me, and I just get annihilated. And
Yeah,
it's like, bro,
you-
I'm
you
trying. I'm
sit
on
in
the
the-
hunt.
It's you're sitting in the two corners with the forklifts, looking down either way, waiting for some dude to go running by and just for you to
Yeah.
get a chance.
I will
light
say
'em up.
though, on shipment, there's nothing more satisfying than killing that guy with the riot shield and the Cali sticks. Nothing is more satisfying than
Oh my
shitting
Did you
God.
on
buy
that
that?
guy.
Did you buy that bundle?
No,
the sticks?
you can
Unlock 'em.
unlock it. You can unlock it. It's like you just need like crouching knife kills, so everyone
Oh, you
runs
can
around
get
in
the
shipment.
sticks.
Yeah, you can
thought you had to buy 'em.
unlock them without buying them. The buying them was just like more of an incentive of like you don't have to work for it.
Yeah.
Christian's gonna have to gold those.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he will
No,
have
he-
to.
Well, he wants to because of the.
he wants. He's trying to get. He wants to get Damascus in gold. Literally,
God.
he's golding everything, even the
I
guns that he
know.
doesn't actually have to get
It's
golded.
disturbing, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it by the end of the year.
Oh no, 100%.
I'll probably
He's
get it,
already
like,
done
in, like,
ARs.
2
He's
months.
already like halfway through. He's done ARs, shotties, launchers. He's
done
partway through snipers.
SMGs.
Has he done snipers and
Snipers.
marksmen yet? Has he done that yet?
He's
Yeah.
he's gotten most of.
He hasn't done marksman.
He's technically platted.
He's
platted them.
currently working on
but
pistols
he's
and
finishing all the
marksmen, and he's like
marksmans.
doing them pretty quickly. Because
He
he's
did
good.
all
He's got good aim.
SMGs too.
He did that one too. That's done.
The
He has that one
Fennec
done.
too. Did he do
He
the
golded the
Fennec
Fennec
yet?
too.
Yep.
He golded the
Okay.
Fennec. He golded the Fennec when the Scrapyard map was out.
As a playlist.
Yeah, has its own playlist. That Scrapyard map.
I don't like that.
Um,
don't
I
like
do. I kind
But-
of liked it. I actually enjoyed it a little bit. It
I
was
like-
a weird
I
map.
love
but
that
I
map.
enjoyed it because it was different
Yeah.
from everything
I'm not
else.
a
It was
fan.
nostalgic for me, so.
It wasn't old.
MW2
It
all
was.
the
It
way.
wasn't. It was MW2 or MW3.
It was one of those
Two.
two.
It was one. It was a
I think-
map.
I
in
think it was
MW2 or
two.
MW3. I don't remember which.
I
map
think
which
it
one,
was
though.
two.
God,
But
we
it-
just talk
yeah.
about COD all the fucking time. But
Well,
I've
do
been
you
It
wanna-
hearing
just happens,
rumors-
man.
No. We'll wait for break. But real quick, because we're getting close to break. What do you guys think about the rumors about zombies in Warzone or something?
I think.
I don't
Because
know.
that's-
I don't think it's
What
gonna
do you mean
happen.
zombies in Warzone? Like
I don't
they'll
know.
just
I've
randomly
been seeing
spawn?
headlines
I've
like
never heard
I don't
it.
know what it is, but there's been leaks, or I don't know about leaks, but I know there's rumors that
There
there
have been
might
people
be.
saying it.
I know that they're
Which
gonna
end-
add survival mode like in MW3.
Yeah.
Well, that's already in PS4, which is
Yeah.
really icky. But
That's fair. Because I thought it was in Blackout and Black Ops 4 where they just zombies would spawn randomly in
That's
certain
kinda
areas
dumb.
of the map.
Yeah.
I
I don't
thought it
think
was
they're
kinda
gonna.
cool.
I
And
don't
if they
think
do
they're
that,
gonna
and
do
if they
it.
do that in Warzone, it'll be really dumb.
I don't think they're gonna do it in
Because
Warzone.
zombies
I don't
in
think
the
they
modern
would.
warfare part of Call of Duty it doesn't
I feel
make
like
sense.
I feel like there's
Zombies has always been Black Ops.
well, it's not even
Question.
just that too. I feel like there's a different set of people. Like people literally buy the Black Ops games and like Call of Duty games. Some people literally buy just some of the games for zombies specifically. Some
That's
because
what
they don't
me
have
and Christian have
friends,
done.
and
Well,
they
no.
don't have friends, and they literally just want to play zombies. And like others because like they just prefer zombies over multiplayer. Which Andrew, you said you and Christian have done that, right?
That's me and Christian.
Yeah.
well, I don't know,
Zombies
I
over
thought-
multiplayer.
real quick, what was your? It was called Blackout, right? That was the.
Yeah.
I
Never
remember
played it.
playing it when it was free,
Hated
and I
it.
thought it was very
It was-
similar to. It
What
was
was
I
like
didn't like it.
Beta Warzone.
It
really.
was Beta
And
Warzone. It was Beta Warzone 100%.
I
Was
kind of
it-
liked the idea of having zombies in the map.
Was
as,
it in
like, Like, it was in Black
Sorry.
Ops 2.
Black
or
Ops 4, right?
Black
right?
Ops 4.
Oh,
Black
yeah,
Ops 4,
okay.
yeah. It was,
but
yeah.
you know how in Titanfall they have those like grunts that are around? I kind of like the aspect of having like those in a Warzone game.
I feel like it can be beneficial, but at the same time, it's just kind of an annoyance and it wastes your ammo.
Hey,
Yeah.
isn't that in that Tarkov game? I haven't played it.
I
but-
don't really know anything about the Tarkov game at all.
Okay.
Tarkov. So what I know about Tarkov isn't really a battle royale per
Kind of
se.
like a Arma.
Tarkov
isn't
is
it?
like it's like Arma, but not. It's what it is pretty much you're given a task, and you start off with like very minimal shit. You're given a mission. You go out and you can loot areas around it while achieving this mission, and then once you finish the mission, you get out. But if you die, you lose all the stuff that you had. you can always come back and do the mission again, but you restart from new. So
but there's like a zone and stuff
But-
too.
but other teams are trying to do the same thing, and you fight each other to the death.
It's kind of do
It-
missions to get upgrades to then fight.
Yeah,
That sounds
in a
kind of
sense.
cool.
It,
I don't
it
know.
does sound pretty
it's
cool.
it's
You have to-
interesting. It's
you have
very
to, like-
niche.
Yeah, you have. It's almost like, think of like in Warzone. You're literally the whole beginning of the game is you're dropping to find guns to fight. If you die, you come back with a pistol.
Yep.
And when you come back, you have nothing. So like you don't lose until the actual like battle starts, and you're just doing a bunch of missions to Yeah.
Yeah, and in Tarkov,
upgrade.
you can run into people who have, well, obviously, the same thing can happen in any battle royale. In Tarkov, you can run into people with, significantly more shit than you, so you're less likely to win that fight. So you can opt out. I think you can always pull out of a mission early, so you can save your stuff and go back in later. I think you can do that in Tarkov. I'm not 100% sure. Haven't played the game. Only seen gameplay.
That'd be pretty
Don't
cool,
quote
though.
me on
I've
this.
only seen clips
Well,
of it, so
Well,
I'm not
I
sure.
think we should head to break. So
Good call.
you might have an ad, or you'll have an ad if you're listening to the audio. I don't know what you'll have if you're watching the video. Something special.
Yeah.
So
Something
Yeah.
special.
See-
Just a
see
nice
you
little
after this.
picture of Will.
okay. See you after break. Hi, welcome back from break. We're gonna try to stay focused this half and talk
little
about
bit.
the new Ubisoft game, Battle Royale, Hyperscape or
Hyperscape.
whatever.
Hyperscape.
is it any good?
I think
have
it
not
looks pretty
played it.
cool. I've watched.
It looks
I've watched.
neat.
I'm gonna be honest. I've watched a lot of Twitch streamers because, being the guy who plays a lot of Rainbow Six Siege and Ubisoft makes that game, a lot of people that play that game are now trying out this game too. And it is basically. So I've watched a little bit of gameplay on it, and it seems like a battle royale. It is a battle royale, pretty much. It's like they say it too. But it seems very much like a little bit of Overwatch mixed with like Apex in a sense. I think a little bit.
It reminded
wouldn't
me a
say-
lot of Apex.
It seemed very much like Apex, but in an Overwatch like reskin.
I get that.
Gotcha.
That I understand. The aesthetic of Overwatch, but
Yes,
the
yes,
the
exactly.
gameplay. Yeah, I understand.
Before-
that.
And like
I'm
the
gonna
movement,
be honest
the
here.
movement seems a lot like Apex.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Before before this podcast, I didn't even know the game existed until Will told me about it, and we were gonna talk about it on the
Well,
podcast.
it's very new.
Yeah, of course it's very new, but doesn't it come out like next week?
Possibly like
Not
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I think it's like tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I'm gonna
Wow.
quickly just pull it up.
Yeah.
Is it
honestly.
free
I'll
or
pull
you
it
have
up
to buy
real
it?
quick. I think it's free.
It
It's
comes
free.
out on
But
PC tomorrow. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
looking it
I
up
didn't
real quick.
July
know
12th,
of
July-
the game.
That is tomorrow. So it comes out July 12th.
Know,
It's tomorrow.
I didn't know
Yeah.
it existed at all until Will told me about it, and I watched it. I'm like, whoa. Why? I'm just surprised I hadn't heard anything about it or seen anyone talk about it.
It's because Ubisoft isn't a very like vocal company.
Yep.
For the most part, it's basically like, in a lack of better way of saying it, the people who stan Ubisoft games are the ones who really know about it. And
Fair.
it seems like I kind of want to play it. It has the okay. I just thought about this more. It has the movements of like Apex Legends and a little bit of Halo. Little bit. As weird as that sounds.
Well,
Really?
we're talking. What
I don't
game?
see where
Yeah.
you're getting
Not
the Halo
classic
from.
Halo.
No, not classic Halo.
Not classic
Not
Halo,
classic
but like
Halo.
Halo 5.
Like
yeah,
Halo
I guess.
5, maybe a little bit.
Okay, then
like
yeah, I
very low
guess.
Halo 5. Not the classic
Um,
Halos, no.
Your
So what the fuck
comparison
you
of
talking
games
about?
are
You-
really weird, Jake.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's fair.
What was the last one? In the last
It's like
episode?
Overwatch and oh no,
What game
what
were
was
we
it?
comparing? I forgot. It was
Like, we're talking. Wait,
He said
last
Apex
podcast?
and Overwatch.
The last
last
podcast
one you
you
were
were
on.
What did we talk about?
We talked about Valorant, I think, and I
No.
related it to like Rainbow
Was
and
it?
something. To
I
like
forgot
Rainbow
what
and
it was,
Overwatch.
but it was like
Why were we talking about Valorant that episode?
We were talking about the Star Wars Squadrons game.
Oh,
And that I related to Rainbow because it actually
Yeah.
is a lot like Rainbow in the sense of you have different operators to like run in a
Classes,
sense
yeah.
because it's different ships and you can't just run the same ship to win. You have to like
yeah.
do different things to win. And it's a
I'm
5-on-5,
excited
which
for
is
that game.
also the same thing as Rainbow. It is a
Yeah.
5-on-5 game. So, gosh,
Well, let's go back to what
Well,
let's
we
get
were
on
talking
topic
about.
again now, Cole.
Yeah,
Jeez.
my bad.
No,
I just-
So my opinion on this shitty battle royale game is that I will play it. Don't think I will have it for very long.
That's just because you hate battle royales.
Well, and that is fair. From what
This
I've
has
seen,
been determined.
the only real like thing I'm like hyped for is that it's all in a city, and I think that will be fun. Other than that, it's just Warzone, Apex, and just it's more of the same, I guess.
See, when I was watching the trailer, I saw the jump pads, and I was like, that honestly is a very interesting movement.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
This
Yeah,
one
they
like
have the thing
launches
you
you.
can put down and jump up.
Oh yes, they had that. But this is one that's like already on the ground, pre-placed
guess.
there by the game to literally launch you up a
Um,
building, so then someone can't just camp up on the building, basically.
The one thing that I
Yeah.
thought was really interesting is I don't know if it shows in the trailer I linked, but how the respawns work. Because it's like
It
at
didn't.
the end of a team fight, nodes will pop up and players can go dead teammates or whatever can go into those nodes and then respawn after the team fight. So if like two teams fight and one wins but they lost, there's only one dude left in quads. The other three can spawn on the corpses of the old people. The dead people.
I think I'm pretty sure looking at the trailer, it's only squads and solos, but I'm pretty sure the squads mode is 3 people.
Which is weird.
So it's basically trios and solos, I think. Yeah. And it's very weird to think about, but yeah.
What
Like,
it
that
is.
they call it squads and not trios.
Yeah,
and
I-
threes. It looked like trios.
I don't know
though.
why trios is such an odd thing. I feel like it's always a group of 4 people, and then battle royales are like, no, we do trios, not
Apex started
quads.
that though. Apex
And it
started
feels
that.
really,
Apex
it
was a
feels
big
really
starter of
odd.
that, yeah.
I would agree.
Well, and Apex was
I thought it was odd.
Apex was weird because that was the only option for like the
Is
entirety
it
of
still
when I
the only
played.
option?
No, they have duos. and
You can
stuff,
duos
but-
now.
Okay.
Or you
I
can
didn't
literally
like the
say, I don't
trios.
want teammates, and then
Yeah.
you can 1v3 or 1v2.
Well, at that point, you're dead, so.
Yeah. One thing that's hard
Unless
with
you
Apex.
are
Sorry to
big
segue a little
sweat.
bit, but like Apex
No.
is hard because like you don't like you have like 200 health basically
Yeah.
when you have like full armor, full health, and all that. But like you gotta like since there's no real actually like indicators of like how much health you're at, I kind of don't like that in a sense. But with Apex, you have to use a full clip of like ammo and hitting them well to really kill them, and that's one thing that I think
Yeah.
is why Apex didn't stick too well. Was you have
like
to hit
it's
headshots? I
similar
feel like
with,
Time to kill was so low.
I
or so
would.
high.
I'm gonna controversial opinion.
okay.
I think it's similar to Warzone though, because Warzone's
That's
time
fair.
to kill is pretty high compared to multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, if you
Yeah,
have
with
a
that.
if you have a 30 round mag and like, if you don't like you can kill them with like 15 rounds if you hit
Yeah.
every one, but
Most being the head.
I feel like a clip is a person if you're like dueling and
Mhm.
you're like far away or like moving around. I feel like I use a clip to kill someone more than normal.
Not fair.
Like, more than
I think-
more than often.
LMGs
And I'm
are
awful,
so
but-
helpful.
I wouldn't say it's as high as Apex, but it is
No,
pretty
I-
up there.
yeah, I
it
wouldn't
is
either.
pretty up
Yeah.
there, though. I agree with that.
Well, like,
Because like
It's
yeah,
tough.
in
It's
multiplayer,
tough
the
when you
car-
don't have guns like the MP7, or if you don't have a sniper rifle where you can just 2-tap or even 1-tap if you get a headshot.
True.
That's why I think LMGs are so useful in games like Apex and Warzone, where time to kill is pretty high, because you just have a constant bullet hose on the dude, especially if you're shooting at someone who's running across an open field. You have a better chance of getting more hits and at a just longer time, and they have no time to stop and put on more plates or use more armor or heal in general. It's just you have a better chance of killing them with a higher mag size that an LMG gives you.
Yeah.
Because you can't
Well,
get
my
200
problem with-
rounds off in a minute with a assault rifle. Typically.
Well, with Warzone,
As
I like
fast.
I like how much things like. I guess the meta is different from multiplayer. Like heartbeat sensors or Fitbits, as we call them, are like essential in a loadout drop. I feel that at least.
I agree.
And they're in multiplayer. They're cool, but they're not like.
They're not.
It's not that
helpful.
needed.
They would
Yeah.
only be
That needed.
helpful in like search and destroy, which we don't play
Yeah.
because we don't like
Yeah.
search and destroy.
Yeah.
We don't sweat.
I hate
But
search and destroy.
or like
Stupid.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about how some of the guns
As
work in
the Siege
Warzone
player.
compared to multiplayer. Like the car. I know. Well, the car should be a sniper rifle first of all.
True.
That's just. I just need to put that out there.
It
Public
takes
service announcement.
sniper ammo, so
If you
I don't know
disagree,
why.
you're just wrong.
Well, and it's not like. It's like boom.
my opinion, the
Boom.
Car 98's the best. That's my favorite. Like
R
I
ninety
love
eight
it
is so
too.
much fun.
I don't think it's great in Warzone.
I
Hot
do.
take.
I do.
I think there's better options out there.
I like a good AX-50 if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and I don't like snipers, so my
AX-50
favorite is the
just-
car.
Takes too long to like. If
That's fair, but like
you want to
I
pop off
I'm-
shots, the Car 98. If you have the right stuff, you can shoot it pretty quickly.
that's fair. That's fair. It's also all based off of feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Going from the car from multiplayer, which is where I learned to like the gun, and then trying to play it in Warzone, I'm not a huge fan of it.
That's fair.
I not a huge fan. I like it still. I just don't think it's as good as it is in multiplayer.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, because you're right up next to people in multiplayer.
well, not even that. Just like time to kill and risk reward. It's just like
Yeah.
unless you get a headshot with the car. Yeah, unless you get a headshot with the car in Warzone, they're screwed.
Yeah.
You're screwed in like
'Cause-
any other circumstance. And like the car in multiplayer, at least if you had to at close range, if you get the shot off, you can kill, right?
Yeah.
In Warzone, you might as well like throw the car away
Why?
if that's your only gun.
If you land a headshot, they're downed.
Yes,
There's
but
gonna be mixed opinions about this gun. Let's just be real here. There's so
Yeah.
many different ways.
Play style.
It's all dependent.
And
Exactly. It's all
skill.
dependent on
Skill
play
is
style. How
involved.
good are you with your aim? Are you actually gonna hit the head? Also, I'm just gonna throw this one out there. We've only talked about COD, so
It just keeps going
Yeah,
back to
it's
it.
just
I
a
don't
Call of
know.
Duty podcast.
Apparently.
Which
At this
I don't
point.
want it to be, but whatever. We're playing so much freaking COD right now.
happened.
It's whatever we're
It's
playing.
all
I
we
guess.
play. It's literally our
Well,
lives.
yeah.
If we're not working, we're playing COD.
That's
Well,
literally
maybe
the only game
Persona.
that I want to play right now. Like I don't want to go I don't want to go play.
But
this
you're the
game
only
or
one
that
playing
game.
Persona, Will.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's still valid, Andrew. I still love my
It
anime
is
bitches,
valid.
dude.
Well,
How are you not
well,
sick of that
I'm
game?
aware.
if you really
Oh.
convince me, there's a chance I'll get the game.
I don't think you'd like it. I don't think you have the patience. I'm sorry, but
Wow.
I don't know if you'd like it.
You
I'm
barely
worried about
even know me,
people-
Will.
I want to know. Okay, Will, I'm curious. Here's a question for you, not related to Call of Duty. What would you say is probably why Persona is your favorite game?
It's not
like,
my favorite
why-
game,
what-
but why I
makes
love
you-
it
Why,
so much.
why do you why do you play it so much? Why do you enjoy playing it so much?
Two
What
things.
brings you back to
two
it?
big. Well, okay. First, I've only replayed Persona 5 once because I got Royal, and I like Persona. I like the turn-based combat, and I like the stories that they tell. The characters are really good, and I can have a girlfriend, and I can't do that in real life.
You can do that in real life.
You just gotta
well,
get out of your house.
Will.
I mean,
not
he
It's
got-
very
more
well.
complicated.
Yeah,
It's
Will, just text Maya
Wait,
back.
hey, For like
text
the
Maya
three
back,
girls
Will.
who possibly watch this podcast, Will is single, ready to mingle.
He has Maya though.
So are like
I
90%
do
of the
not.
individuals
Please
on this
don't bring her
podcast.
up. But
Cool.
Persona is a game.
I think everyone
Where
would have heard that.
if you love
I
it,
don't
you
think
love it
so.
like with a fierce passion, and if you don't, like I don't think you can casually enjoy Persona. I really
That's
don't.
fair. You have to really be
Um,
into it.
Well, and like it's like watching a TV show because you like especially in Persona 5, you're sitting and reading or listening or reading to dialogue like half of the game.
Oh yeah, I get bored. I
yeah.
get very bored.
You don't in Persona 5 you don't like you don't play the game like do battle and like dungeon crawl for like 2 hours. You have to
Oh.
get 2 hours into the game until you do that.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's a 100-hour game, so it makes
That's
sense.
fair.
But
That's fair.
yeah, that's my little Persona rant, I guess.
There's a little Persona rant every episode, I think. Not in the
Okay,
last
I'm
one.
sorry, I just play it like
No,
all the
I
time.
know.
It's like if you want to feel better, I could go on a Doom rant and how much I love that game and series.
I'm almost done with
Exactly.
like. So once I'm done with that,
And like I could go on a rant about Rainbow Six Siege till like the literal bitter end of the day.
We all have our own game that we're very niche about and we all love dearly.
It's like I could talk about Rainbow Six and Christian always makes fun of me for it, but like then I can make fun of Christian for just being sweaty, even though he doesn't admit he's sweaty.
No, he's kind of sweaty.
Yeah.
He'll never admit to being sweaty.
Me and
And I
Lucas
know
are
he's.
kinda
And the funny thing is too,
sweaty,
I know he's gonna watch this. I know he's gonna watch it, and I'm gonna call him out for it right now. He'll never admit to being sweaty, but in his mind, he has to win.
Yeah.
unrelated
Point
to
and
this,
click and I win.
unrelated to this. So I have a screen on my window, which is right in front of my desk, right?
Yep.
And there's
Yeah.
been a wasp that's been trapped in there for like 3 days, in between the window
Sick.
and the screen, and I don't understand how if he's like, I don't think wasp can live that long without food, right?
I would say water would
Well,
kill
yeah,
you first.
You know, you want
It
to
rained.
today I was getting
It did rain.
Today I was getting water out of the faucet on the side of the house, and like right by our
Mhm.
faucet, there's like the little tubes that come out for like the washer and dryer or whatever, like the ventilation things. And I looked because there's like a metal grate on the end of it, so I looked up in the grate to see if there's a wasp nest. I didn't see one, but there was a like wasps that looked like they've been there forever. That looked like they were trying to escape from someone, and they're just stuck in the grate.
They're like, let me out.
Yeah.
Let me out.
It was kind of funny.
Complete
Will,
You
left
looked at
turn.
Well,
the
just to add to
Obama
your
meme where
complete-
it's like, then perish. That's what you
Yeah.
did.
Will,
What were you
just to
gonna
add-
say?
Just to add to your left turn, wasps generally starve to death after a few days. That
Those
is according-
motherfuckers should
That's
be
according
dead.
to Google.
Oh, there's 2 of them. What the fuck, dude?
Cannibalism.
What the fuck, dude? There's maybe different ones then.
Okay, if they're in there, they have to have a way out.
There's a hole.
Yeah.
There's definitely a hole in your screen or something. Then
Not my screen, my window. My window's closed though, dude.
How'd they get there
Fuck,
though,
dude.
Will?
I don't know, bro.
Then there's a hole outside.
my window's closed, dude.
This is
I
fucking
saw that.
wild, bro.
Jake, I saw that.
I saw it.
I saw that.
This turned into a bee watching podcast.
Bro,
No, but I was sitting here listening to you guys.
welcome to
fucking
the
spiel
Beekeeper
about-
podcast.
It's
Today
the
we
bee
talk about
watcher,
wasps.
and then the people watching the bee watcher.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Well, you guys were
Welcome
talking
to
about
the
COD, and I wasn't really paying
Beehive
attention. And I looked up.
I keep looking at Will every once in a while we're recording. I just see him just staring
Yeah,
up
'cause
in
I'm
the
like-
corner.
It's fucking weird that there's 2 of them. I've seen one guy.
If we're talking about
For, like-
weird things in our surroundings, I want to point out there's in my basement, which is where I am right now. There's an outlet like in the from I'm looking at a wall, and in the top right is an outlet. Typically, you'd find one like maybe the top bottom right or something on the ground. Is where you'd find it, but no, it's the top right,
Doesn't
and
make
there's
sense.
also
I know why that's
there's
there.
a cable cord like for a TV.
That's why I
No,
know it.
like
It's
there's a cord there for a TV, as if we're to put a bar down here and we put a TV in the corner.
yeah. You know what that's probably from? Back
And
in
it's
when
just
they had
there.
box TVs, they would mount them in the corner because you could like angle it or whatever. So I
Yeah.
guarantee that that's what it's intended for.
The thing is, my family's the one that finished this basement.
That's weird.
Your parents might have had an
Sweet.
idea then to put a TV there.
Maybe, but the TV is directly behind me, behind this sheet. Like here, I'll lift it up. It's right there.
There.
It's right there. We put a TV there, not in that corner.
You know, Andrew,
it's
shit's weird. Shit's weird.
Every
My
time at the
basement-
end of
my
the,
basement
towards
was
the
made
end of the
weird.
podcast, it's not very audio listener friendly. So.
Yeah, sorry, audio listeners, but just picture I'm using there's a sheet behind me that I'm using as background, and I lifted the sheet, and the TV is probably 20 feet behind me, mounted in the middle of the wall. That's where we put the TV versus in the corner where I'm looking at right now.
It's like last
Or
episode, everyone
Audio
lifted up-
listeners.
or
Audio
go
listeners,
watch
you
the
could
YouTube
just go watch the
podcast.
YouTube video.
No. They
and
need to
watch
be.
it there.
They need to
The
be
Country Club
listening.
podcast.
Audio listen. That's where we have
And
our
then
only
watch.
sponsor.
And
Yeah.
then
Finish
watch.
this pod.
Actually- actually-
to it.
At
Then
this
skip
point,
to it,
at
then
this
watch
point-
again.
at this point, they've already crossed the ad, so
Hey,
we're all
We
good.
made the money.
Yeah.
We made the cent.
hey, if you flipped over, go back, finish it, and then come back again and watch it the rest through.
Yeah.
Watch
I
both.
feel like for the most
you're
part,
really
the
feeling
audio
it, watch all
podcast
three.
is very audio The
Shameless
podcast is very
plug, I
audio
think
listener friendly
yes.
until just recently.
Well, we've been. I don't know. I feel like we've been pretty good up until right now for this podcast, at least.
You know what I
Last
noticed?
week-
Because I
So-
went, hey,
What?
look at that thing behind
No,
me.
because Will went, hey, look, wasp.
I always listen. I listen to the H3 podcast while I'm working.
Well, okay. I'm sorry.
And I listen to it off of Spotify. When I opened Spotify the other day, I clicked on it, and I just set my phone down because normally it'll turn off. Then I went back to my phone and realized it was playing the video. There's video on Spotify now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've watched. Spotify made it so like if they can upload a video with it too, because I occasionally will watch like the Misfits podcast,
Yeah.
and it's their same YouTube video that would normally be on YouTube,
Yeah, it's
but
on
playing on Spotify, and you can turn your phone and you
Yeah.
can literally watch it on Spotify.
Huh.
It's
That's
really
I didn't know
cool.
that.
It's
Honestly.
pretty
That's
cool.
what they're
It's-
doing
it's
with
new,
Joe
it's cool.
Rogan.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
I haven't been listening to a bunch of podcasts recently. I haven't had the time. I'm not allowed to do it at work. If I
I have
could,
my
I would.
headphones in all day at work, so I'm good.
That'd be awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
up to date.
I just
Well,
I
this
do a
is
lot
basically
for
my
work.
job, so
I do a lot
making-
for work. My job is really risk intensive.
Yes.
My butt
Yeah.
right over here and just
Yeah,
hanging
yeah. Your
out.
desk
You
looks
play
super
Rainbow.
I
uncomfortable.
play
Jake.
Rainbow.
You
My
go
desk
pro,
is
Jake.
uncomfortable. Wait,
go
what?
pro.
Yeah,
Go
your,
pro.
your
I'm-
desk,
I'm not
your
bad.
desk chair.
My desk.
I wish we
My-
could 1v1.
Yeah.
Desk chair.
I wish you
Yeah,
had it on
it looks
PC.
quite uncomfortable.
Rainbow?
Yeah,
I do.
you do?
I have it on both
does?
Xbox and PC.
Oh,
I
well,
play
if
with
it
it.
wasn't
Android
70
Fish on PC.
gigabytes. If it wasn't 70
It is
gigabytes,
70. It's like 75 gigabytes.
I would
yeah.
install
That's
it and
big.
kick your ass because I used to be really good at it.
Okay, buddy.
That's
That's tough
false.
talk.
I played
That's
it on my
false.
old computer and it didn't
Tough
work,
talk.
so I quit.
I played it when they did the like zombie thing. That was cool.
Oh yeah. I gotcha.
I don't remember.
Around, like,
I don't
Halloween?
remember.
I don't remember when it was, but they did
It
like
would've
an
been Halloween.
outbreak,
I
and it
hope
was
it
really
was on
cool.
Halloween.
It would have been Halloween.
Anyway, I think that it will do
Ugh.
us for this week's episode of the Country Club Podcast. Thanks for
think-
listening.
All right.
Make sure to
course.
check out our main channel. We have a SpongeBob review up there, and hopefully some more stuff.
Coming soon.
Make sure to, if you're listening to it, make sure to watch the video. If you're watching the video, make sure to listen to it on the Spotify, Anchor, all the good platforms. And thank you for sticking around. See you on the next one.
Mhm.